Dear students of first year, Assalamu alaikum. You are welcome to my class. Today I am present in front of you with a topic. Today's topic is food adulteration. Yesterday we discussed about this food adulteration, and today we will know more about the food adulteration and its harmful effect on our life. Dear learners, I have shown a picture on the screen, food adulteration. In our last class, we were acquainted with the term food adulteration. What we see on the screen: fresh mangoes, chemicals are mixing with the mangoes so that the mangoes look attractive and longer lasting. But can we judge what is the ultimate harmful effect of this mixing? So we have to know more about food adulteration today. Dear learners, today's learning outcomes. What are the outcomes of our learnings from the discussion? Number one, to know food adulteration and its after effects. What is food adulteration? If we mix some unexpected chemicals and pesticides with the food, and if we take these food items, we become affected by different type of disease, and it is the harmful effects. So we have to know food adulteration and its after effects. Number two, to know who uses chemical pesticides on foods. We know those who are the businessmen and hoarders, they mix different type of chemicals, pesticides on foods. Number three, to know some institutions related to food management. Who are the person responsible for controlling this food adulteration? We know BSTI in Bangladesh Standard Testing Institute, and this institute is responsible for controlling this type of food adulteration. To tell the name of some pesticides. What are the names of pesticides? From our discussion we will know about the pesticides used in foods. To write harmful effects of pesticides. What are the harmful effects of using pesticides in different food items? Last of all, to explain some new words. We will be acquainted with some new words from the text, and what are the different uses of these new words. We will get more information about the new words from the text. So these are the learning outcomes of our today's discussion. Let us see what are the learning outcomes. I have shown causes of food adulteration. What are the causes behind this food adulteration? Number one, mixing harmful substance with food. We mix some pesticides or chemicals with the foods, and these foods become adulterated, and after taking these food items we become affected in different ways. Number two, trying to make food more tempting and attractive. Why do we mix different substance with the food items? Number one is to look more tempting, food items become very attractive. Number three, preventing from being rotten. We use pesticides and chemicals so that the food item does not become rotten. Number four, mixing textile color or formalin or chemicals. Different colors are used in foods like formalin and chemicals. These are very harmful for our human body, causing health hazard or even death. If we take this type of adulterated food items, our health become affected by different type of disease, and sometimes ultimate result is death. Because of the excessive food adulteration and its ultimate result even bring different type of death. So As human being, we are conscious about the food items, and we should be more conscious about the use of these food items, whether these food items are fresh or adulterated. We have to justify it. Pesticides used in food. What are the name of the pesticides? Whatever pesticides we use in food items are DDT. Number 1 DDT, number 2 heptachlor, number 3 arsenic, number 4 aldrin, number 5 turmeric powder, number 6 chromium, number 7 chlordane, number 8 lead chromate. This type of food items usually are used in food items in order to look the food items lubricating, attractive and longer lasting. But we have to think that these food items are not suitable for our human body. As we are taking different type of adulterated food items, we are becoming more affected by these chronic food items and chronic disease. Effect of using pesticides. What are the ultimate result of using these pesticides? Number 1, cancer. We know if there is cancer, there is no answer, meaning there is no solution of this cancer. Number 2, kidney failure. We fail our kidney. Then number 3, heart problem, and then skin disease. These are the chronic disease. If we take different type of food, adulterated food items, we are becoming different type of permanent disease like this cancer, kidney failure, heart problem, skin disease, etc. So we have to think, are we taking fresh food items or adulterated items, and what are the ultimate result of these adulterated food items? As these are very chronic disease, so we should be very careful about taking these food items. Some remarkable institutions. We know in order to control the food adulteration, in order to justify the fresh food items, there are different institutions in our country and all over the world. Let us see what are the institutions. FAO, Food and Agricultural Organization. BSTI, Bangladesh Standard Testing Institute. EU, European Union. HPLC, High Performance Liquid Chromatography. IPAS, Institute of Public Health. FSL, Food Safety Lab. So in order to provide fresh food items, these are the different institutions responsible for investigating the food items in different markets. We know in our country, Kauran Bazar, Wakhali, and in different vegetables market available vegetables, but can we think these food items are very adulterated, meaning these items are mixed with the different pesticides and chemicals, because of we are becoming affected by different type of chronic disease. So these institutions should come forward to control this food adulteration. Justifying the understanding of lesson. What we can know from the discussion of our today's lesson. We could know different information about our discussion of the lesson, and let us see, can we respond to this question: what is food adulteration? We could know easily what is food adulteration. If we mix some chemicals and pesticides and food becomes adulterated and we become different type of victim of disease. and this type of adulterated food is known as food adulteration. Number B, how are the food adulterated? By mixing different type of chemicals and pesticides, foods are adulterated. Number C, what is the main reason of food adulteration? The main reason of food adulteration is unconsciousness. In order to get maximum profit, we mix some chemicals and pesticides, but we cannot judge ourselves that these are very harmful for our human body. Number D, what are the demerits of food adulteration? If we take adulterated foods, we will become victim of different type of chronic disease, cancer, kidney failure, heart attack, etc. How can the problem be solved? This problem can be solved being conscious. If we people become conscious about the harmful effects of food adulteration without thinking maximum profit from this business, and if we deal with the fresh food items, then it is possible to solve the problem. Likely, we should be very careful about the use of different chemicals and pesticides in food items. If we take fresh food items, then we will remain fresh, no doubt. We will be able to get relief from the food adulterated disease. So everybody, let us try to be conscious about the harmful effects of food adulteration. Dear learners, from our discussion today, we get very conscious idea, very information about the harmful effects of different type of chemicals and pesticides. In order to get benefit or profit, our hoarder and businessmen use these chemicals and pesticides in food items, but we should be very careful about controlling this food adulteration. And there are many institutions in our country, and these institutions also should be responsible to their duties. If we become more conscious about food adulteration and its ultimate harmful effects, then we will be able to control this. Dear students, become very conscious about your study, get your preparation at your house. Remain safe and sound within this COVID-19 situation, and saying this, I would like to end my discussion. Thank you everybody.